Okay, so with this, what we're trying to do is we're trying to simplify all these roots or all these surds. So, like we saw, we've got to look for factors of these numbers, one of which is the highest number which we can find the square root of. So let's see, let's look at this 45. So 45 factors of 45. We know we've got 1 by 45. We've got 3 by 15. We've got 6 by 9. And I think that's about it. 20, nothing in the 20s. Okay, so of all of these factors, 145, or factor pairs rather, which one of them have square root? Or which one has a number that we can find the square root of? Well, 1, but that doesn't really help us. 9. 9 is the one we're looking for. So a perfect square. Okay, so with that, we know that I can now rewrite this as 6 by 9. So let's just delete all that stuff. Okay, and I can write this as the square root of 6 by 9. Now what that becomes is the square root of 6 times the square root of 9. Now, as we've all learned, the square root of 9 is 3. So this becomes the square root of 6 times the square root times 3. So we end up writing it as 3 root 6. Okay, on to the next one. 500. Well, two factors. One that stands out immediately is 100 and 5. So with that, we can find the square root of that. So we can break this up as being 100 times the square root of 5. The square root of 100 is 10. So we have 10 root 5. If you get to a point where you don't have to break it up into this anymore, that's fine. That's fine. Hopefully with practice you'll get there. Okay, next one along. 3 times the square root of 20. So if we've ever got that, we leave that there. So I'm just going to put that there, and we're going to say two factors of 20, where one of them is a perfect square. Well, 4 times 5. So from there, we'll end up with 3 times the square root of 4 times the square root of 5, and we end up with 3. Square root of 4 is 2 times square root of 5. So here we end up with 6 root 5. Okay, last one. Oh no, I made a mistake here. I wonder if anyone can work that one out. Anyhow, coming over to this one here, we've got the square root of 54. So square root of 54, we know we can write that as 9 times 6. 6 9s 54, and we'll leave that as over 12. We know that of these two numbers, we can take the square root of 9 and it becomes 3. So it becomes 3 root 6 over 12. And now, if we've got 3 over 12, we can divide them both by 3. So we end up with, if we divide them both by 3, we end up with 1 root 6 over 4, or just the square root of 6 over 4. So basically, as I said with this one, what we want you to do is to realise that whatever this is, we want to write them as factors with a perfect square, and we want to choose the factor with the highest perfect square. And once we do that, then we just take the square root and we bring that at the front, and then it's all you're all set to go from there.